Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern Ned Reynolds in the studio Tuesday morning. Let's talk about the Pistons. Your thoughts on this situation?
This is a really, to me, very disturbing story. Not just because he's Detroit Piston. That has nothing to do with it. He's an NBA player. This is Malik Beasley, about whom we're talking. Good player. Been around in the NBA for, 7, 8, 9 years, somewhere around there. The Pistons are not the only team for whom he's played. He's a very good player at Florida State. He's been around long enough to know the rules and to understand. Well, he's being investigated for betting on not only on pro basketball, but on his team, and that is just something you cannot do. The fact is that you compromise the fans' attitude toward the game when that happens, and when you lose that, when you compromise the fan base, you've lost everything. Anyway, he's not been found guilty yet, but he's being investigated by the National Basketball Association, and that, to me, is a very disturbing story.
Definitely not a good look, whether or not it's, convicted or whatever down the road. The not good part about the whole situation is that this is a federal investigation, and his name got on a list. So that means players are involved, and I guarantee you he's probably not the only one. That's the disturbing about the whole situation. All right, I know you're stoked. Wimbledon is underway. What's going on?
Number 1 seed and the two-time defending champion is Carlos Alcaraz. He also won in the French Open and beat the top player in the world, Yannick Sinner. Bottom line is Carlos Alcaraz is a very good player. Well, he opened up Wimbledon yesterday. Defending champion, two-time defending champion, always gets that honor. He almost got exited in the first round. Played a guy named Fabio Fognini. Okay, why is this such a huge upset? Fabio Fognini, folks, is 38 years old and is retiring from tennis after Wimbledon. And he almost beats Carlos Alcaraz. Oh, my. But the key is almost. It didn't happen. Daniel Medvedev, the number 9 seed, did get upset. But on the ladies' side, Madison Keys won, as did the ladies' top seed, Aryna Sabalenka. So things go on, and I suspect we'll have a number of the big names playing today on the grass courts.
A lot of fun. College sports in general is just in a state of transition, it feels like. A lot of teams are moving over to different conferences, like our MSU Bears are switching up. And the Pac-12 next year in 26 are going to look a hell of a lot different. They've got, 6, 7 teams joining the thing?
They do. They're mostly from the Mountain West. Mm-hmm. You have 2 original Pac-12 teams in there, Washington State and Oregon State. Those teams were not invited to join any of the Big Ten and Big 12 and schools like that. So they said, well, heck with you guys, we'll just form our own conference. And they've taken mostly from the Mountain West, San Diego State, and schools of that nature, Wyoming, they'll all be part of the new Pac-12. But they didn't have quite enough teams to be recognized by the NCAA as a football power until yesterday, and they added a team. And the team they added was Texas State. Texas State is in San Marcos, Texas. It used to be called Southwest Texas State, and it is, among other factors, the alma mater of Lyndon Johnson. That's where he went to school. Also a fellow by the name of Paul Goldschmidt, who plays baseball for the New York Yankees and was with the Cardinals. He also went there. They will be in the new Pac-12 conference starting next year, not this year.
And like I said, that's just one. There's a lot of transition going on in college sports. And don't get it twisted. Patrick Mahomes didn't go to Texas State. He went to Texas Tech. Both the Cardinals and Royals on road trips right now, and both of them just got stuffed yesterday.
Yeah, this wasn't a good night at all. Now, the Cardinals, you're not going to win them all, folks. You're going to win some, lose some, and some get rained out, as the old expression goes. But in this case, the Pirates win at 7-0 over the Cardinals. And Andrew Heaney is the one who pitches, and he pitched a great game. Heaney is an old pro, 34-year-older. He's been around with about 6 or 7 other major league teams, but he's a big left-hander, big string-bean kid out of Oklahoma State. That's where he played his college ball, and he just completely shut down the Cardinals last night. And Spencer Horwitz carried the big bat. He had a home run in the first inning, RBI double a little bit later on. You're saying, who is he? Well, Spencer Horwitz is another one who's been around, but he kind of flies under the radar a little bit. played with the Toronto Blue Jays, and then got picked up by the Pirates. Has a pretty good bat, not a steady ball player in terms of the headlines, but he can play, and he did against the Cardinals last night. Tonight, really interesting ball game coming up, Mike, because Andre Palante, who was arguably the best pitcher other than Sonny Gray on the Cardinals team, it'll be Palante going for the Cardinals tonight against the much-heralded Paul Skeens. Mm-hmm. And Paul Skeens, folks, #1 draft choice over all of baseball last year, LSU All-America. And get this, Skeens has been owned by the Cardinals. They have hit him hard. Skeens' record is 4 wins and 7 losses. 4-7. That's not very good at all. Until you look at his earned run average, and that's 2.2. Oh, my God, he's 4-7 with a 2.2. That means he's getting zero support.
Yeah,
and see what happens tonight.
The unfortunate thing, especially when you look at his pitch breakdown, and you just see how inventive he is. It's not just a bunch of red fastballs, man. He's just,
he can throw fast, Mike. He's over 100 miles an hour, but he also is a very smart pitcher.
Yeah, very inventive.
He gets his LSU is where he graduated from, but that's not where he started. He's an Air Force Academy guy, and he figured after his second year at the Air Force Academy, am I going to get a chance here to play pro baseball? Well, he could have, but he thought, I better get some tougher competition. That's why he went to LSU.
And it worked out for him, man, big time. All right, Royals didn't do any better.
Well, they're up against the Seattle Mariners, and the Mariners are a good team. Their record is only 4 above 500 mark, but they can play, and the Mariners win it by a score of 6-2. And who hits a home run? Of course, Cal Raleigh. Now, I've never heard of this guy, Cal Raleigh. Well, folks, you will. He hit his major league leading 33rd home run. It's not Andrew Judge or Bryce Harper or any of the big home run hitters. It is Cal Raleigh who leads the major leagues. 33 home runs. Big kid. He's out of Florida State University. He's kind of a Buster Posey type catcher. But he can play, weighs about 240, and he hits. Anyway, Mariners beat the Kansas City Royals 6-2. They will play again tonight.
Springfield Cardinals, they are on the road this week, right?
They are and they aren't. Now figure this one out. It's a 6-game series with the Northwest Arkansas Naturals. The first 3 games are in Springfield beginning tonight. This is the 4th of July holiday. So to help both teams celebrate, the second 3 games are in Springdale. So they'll pull up the stakes after Thursday night's game, which is on TV, folks. After that game on Friday, the 4th of July, they go down to Springdale, have the Friday night game, Saturday and Sunday. So it's a split 6-game series, 3 in each locale.
Last but not least, a notch in the history books for MSU. What is it?
This is the first official day that Missouri State University is in Conference USA. This is the day they joined the league. That was the mandate. The year begins on July 1st for almost all the leagues, and this is it. The Bears have changed conference after 34 years in the Valley.
Where's the party at?
There may be one. It probably doesn't include the media, though.
Ned, you have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow.